York. I'll be leaving New York. I'll be depart from New York back to China. So that's basic information on my trip to the United States. And yeah, you got it. So now I'm gonna ask you a question.
Got it. You'll be in the US from April 30th to May 10th, visiting San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York, and flying back to China from New York. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, so now I'll be the visa officer, and you can just me, and I ask you a question. Can you provide an overview of your trip and the itinerary? How you gonna answer?
Sure. If the officer asks, can you provide an overview of your trip? You can answer, I plan to visit the United States for 10 days, from April 30th to May 10th. I will start in San Francisco, then travel to Los Angeles, and finish in New York. I'll explore cultural and historical sites, experience American culture, and return to China from New York on May 10th. Does this sound clear and straightforward to you?
Yes. Do you think we should just add in some landmarks like Central Park and Times Square, and or maybe Statue of Liberty?
Great idea. Mentioning specific landmarks can make your answer more detailed and genuine. Here's an updated version. I plan to visit the United States for 10 days, from April 30th to May 10th. I'll start in San Francisco, explore famous sites like the Golden Gate Bridge and Fisherman's Wharf, then travel to Los Angeles to visit places like Hollywood and Santa Monica Beach. I'll finish my trip in New York, visiting landmarks such as Central Park, Times Square, and the Statue of Liberty, before returning to China from New York on May 10th.
Statue of Liberty.
This sounds more specific while still staying clear. What do you think?
Don't you think it's kind of too much? Because you should be concise it and straight. Don't say too much.
You're absolutely right. Let's simplify it while keeping key landmarks. I plan to visit the United States for 10 days from April 30th to May 10th. I'll explore major cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York, visiting iconic landmarks such as the Golden Gate Bridge, Hollywood, and the Statue of Liberty, before returning to China from New York. Does
That's
this feel concise yet informative enough?
Yeah, I think that's good. That's pretty good. Okay, so oh yeah, thank you so much. So how about now we just let's practice. Let's just practice about you're gonna be a visa officer. I'll be just like the interview. Okay, you just ask me questions and then let me answer it.
Great idea. Let's get started. Why do you want to visit the United States?
The purpose of why I want to visit the United States is because I want to explore different cities and experience the culture and visit some variation, various attractions.
That's a solid answer. To make it even smoother, try this. I want to visit the United States to explore different cities, experience American culture, and visit well-known attractions. It keeps the same meaning, but sounds more natural and concise. Ready for the next question?
Yes, I'm
How long do you plan to stay in the United States?
okay. I plan to stay in the United States for 10 days I plan for 10 days from April 30th and to from April 30th to May 10th.
Spot on. That's clear and precise. Let's continue. Which cities will you visit during your trip?
I'll be visiting San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York, and I'll be leave New York. I'll be go back to China from New York.
Great answer. It's clear and straightforward. To make it flow a bit more naturally, you could say, I'll be visiting San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York, and I'll fly back to China from New York. Let's keep going. Do you have any friends or family in the United States?
No, I don't have any friends or family in there.
Good answer. To sound a bit more natural, you could say, no, I don't have any friends or family in the United States. Here's the next question. Who is paying for your trip?
Myself, and I have planned. I have strong. Okay, so I have stable job with I have a stable job with a reliable salary in China. I have also printed my bank statement, savings, and monthly salaries. You can check it out in here. Additionally, I also own a property under my name, which demonstrates my financial stability.
That's a very detailed and strong answer. To keep it professional yet concise, you could say, I have a stable job with a reliable salary in China. I've also brought my bank statements showing my savings and monthly income, as well as proof of property ownership under my name to demonstrate my financial stability.
Okay, so
Ready for the next one? What
yeah.
ties do you have to your home country?
Oh yes, officer, I have strong ties to my home country, especially my family, which is very important to me. You can see here's photo of me with my parents, and also I have so many close friends in here, and I have good income and stable jobs, so which will give me strong reason return after my trip return to China.
That's a heartfelt and thoughtful answer. To keep it professional and concise, try this. I have strong ties to my home country, including my family, close friends, and a stable job with a good income. These are strong reasons for me to return after my trip. This keeps the same message while sounding clear and direct. Let's continue. Have you traveled internationally before?
Yes, officer. In 2017, I traveled to Philippines. You can see these photos I have taken in there. And this year, I also visited Macau and Hong Kong for several times. You can see these photos I have taken.
That's a good response. Here's a more polished version. Yes, officer. I traveled to the Philippines in 2017, and I've also visited Macau and Hong Kong several times this year. No need to mention photos unless they specifically ask for supporting documents. Ready for the next question? Have you ever been denied a US visa before?
No, I haven't.
Perfect. Short and clear. Let's try another one. What do you plan to do while visiting the United States?
I plan to visit San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York. I'll be visiting some like iconic landmarks and famous attractions.
Great. Here's a slightly refined version. I plan to visit San Francisco, Los Angeles, and New York to see iconic landmarks and famous attractions. Let's keep going. Why did you choose these specific cities?
Because these cities is represents Americans' culture and traditions.
Good start. Here's a clearer version. I chose these cities because they represent American culture, history, and traditions. Let's try the next question. Where will you be staying during your trip?
I'll be staying at hotel during my trip in each city.
Great answer. You could also say, I'll be staying at hotels in each city during my trip. Here's the next one. How will you be traveling between the cities?
I'll be fly. First I'll be landing San Francisco, then staying there for 3 days. I'll fly to Los Angeles, then I'll stay in there for 3 days. Then I'll fly to New York, the flight.
Here's a smoother version. I'll fly into San Francisco and stay there for 3 days. Then I'll fly to Los Angeles for another 3 days before flying to New York, where I'll spend the last 4 days of my trip. Ready
But
for the next one? Have you already booked your flights and accommodations?
no, not yet. I haven't. But okay, so back to the previous question, and the question is how I will be traveling between cities. So I'll be just easier and simple answer is airplane, right? So I don't need to say like right? So don't you think there's a bad answer to answer this one?
You're right. Keeping it simple works well. You can just say, I'll be flying between cities. It's direct, professional, and easy to understand. If they need more details, they'll ask. What do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Don't you think it's enough? Because I heard about the tourist visa interview, it won't be for long, maybe just under 3 minutes and under 10 questions.
You're absolutely right. Tourist visa interviews are usually brief, focusing on key points like your trip details, financial stability, and ties to your home country. You've practiced well with clear, concise answers. If you stay calm and confident, you'll be spot on. Want to try a quick mock interview with random questions to keep it dynamic?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I would like to.
Awesome. Let's dive in. What do you do for a living?
I'm a motion designer. I have been working at my company for 5 years, and I have good incomes and reliable salary. So that's what I do.
Great answer. Here's a more streamlined version. I'm a motion designer and have been working at my company for 5 years with a stable job and reliable salary. Let's keep going. Why did you choose to visit the United States now?
Because United States is a dream country. I have been visiting. I have been one visiting for a long time, and the cultures, traditions, and especially its diversity country. I want to experience it.
That's a good start. Here's a refined version. I've always wanted to visit the United States because of its rich culture, traditions, and diversity. I'm excited to experience it firsthand. Next question. What makes you sure you'll return to your home country after your trip?
I have strong ties to return my home country, and especially especially my family. And you can see her support with my parents. And I also have so many close friends in here, and I have stable job and good income. And with all these reasons and strong ties, which will ensure I'll come back to China.
That's a solid answer. Here's a more polished version. I have strong ties to my home country, including my family, close friends, and a stable job with a good income. These connections give me strong reasons to return to China after my trip. Let's keep it going. How will you fund your trip to the United States?
I have been. Oh,
Take your time. Go on.
I'll fund it by myself, and I have stable job and the good incomes, and I also brought my bank statement of my savings and monthly salaries. You can check it out, officer. And additionally, I also own a property under my name, which demonstrates my financial stability.
Great answer. Here's a more concise version. I will fund my trip myself. I have a stable job with a good income, and I've brought my bank statements showing my savings and monthly salary. Additionally, I own property under my name, which demonstrates my financial stability. Ready for the next one? What places are you most excited to visit in the United States?
I guess it will be New York because New York has a rich cultures or art and histories, and I'm a designer, so that's why New York would be the most exciting city I wanted to visit.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, so totally okay. So I think it's enough. Okay, just take your time.